Looking in, not too many people. Well, in fact, I don't know anyone who's giving JoJo Dan 34-2 with 18 KOs a chance to defeat Kell Brook 33-0 with 22 KOs, the IBF 147-pound champion. Let's get the weights out of the way. JoJo Dan weighed in at 146 and a quarter, March 27, 2015, and Kell Brook 33-0 with 22 KOs, IBF 147-pound champion, weighed in at 145.6. I'm gonna have full weigh-in coverage below, courtesy of Be Real TV. Within the next couple hours after this video. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live, and I cover every single major fight live. So right now, 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March 27th, 2015, I got Kell Brook. I'm going to say right in the beginning, I got Kell Brook. Since JoJo Dan has never been stopped before, I was actually going to say that I got Kell Brook by decision. But now I'm thinking about Kell Brook is a big guy, even though he weighed in less than JoJo Dan. If you look at him, I have exclusive workout media day coverage right here on the channel, TstreeT Controversy Live. He's a big guy. You can naturally see that he can fight at 154 pounds, and overall he's a stronger fighter. Now, yes, JoJo Dan has those 18 KOs, but he has those 18 KOs to the point where it's kind of, I don't want to say deceiving because he did knock out 18 people, but at this level, at 147 pounds, I don't see him stopping a guy like a Kell Brook, a guy like an American, a Keith Thurman, or, someone like that. In fact, I see JoJo Dan after this fight losing, going on maybe the journeyman route, and it's a shame to say, but realistically, if you look at what's there and what's, to be offered by JoJo Dan, yes, you have a rugged, tough fighter, but then when you look at, fights like Kevin Bizier and Celsa Gaidin, you think to yourself, well, if he struggled against those guys, Kell Brook. Yes, Kell Brook's only major fight outside of the two fights, big fights with Carlson Jones, meaning over there in the UK there were big fights. Outside of those two fights, it's been Sean Porter, but Sean Porter, no one thought he would be able to beat Sean Porter. So I want to give JoJo Dan some type of chance, and if I was to give him some type of chance, it would be because of, if you did not see that massive scar on Kell Brook's leg from when he had that controversial, questionable machete attack, where he's got that big ass scar, on his leg, go check out the video. It's right here on the channel. It looks like a piece of muscle or something is missing. Now we know it's not, but his leg looks deformed. Now what we want to see is, we want to see how he moves. Now the reason why I wanted to post that that media workout footage, a lot of fans don't know, and they don't think like, well, of course I want to provide boxing content. I've been sick this week, so what I've been doing is I said, okay, well, Kell Brook coming back, let's see how that leg is doing. So when you see me posting a video from Be Real TV of Kell Brook jumping rope, Kell Brook ab workout, Kell Brook shadow boxing, that's all so you can look and see how that stab wound, healed up and how he's moving on it. So then if JoJo Dan does have a chance, because Kell Brook's not the same fighter because of that stab wound, then you have the footage to support that. You get what I'm saying? Or not the footage to support that, the footage to see, well, he looked cool in training camp, so that's pretty much one of the reasons why I focused on certain aspects as far as the way I titled the videos, because I wanted you to look at Kell Brook and how he's moving around. By the way, shout out to Be Real TV. If you don't know, we are providing full coverage, something that I'm very honored to say, full coverage for Kell Brook versus JoJo Dan. And what you'll see is, when I say full coverage, we pick what fights we're going to cover. As far as right now, you see Kell Brook versus JoJo Dan, and then we did Chris Eubank Jr. versus Dimitri Chudinov. And when I say we're going to be providing full coverage means the media workouts, the media days, the press conferences, the post-fight press conferences, the weigh-ins, and the interviews. So right now, myself, I'm in the verge of securing some fights to provide full coverage for myself. Vladimir Klitschko versus Brian Jennings, Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson, what else? Mayweather versus Pacquiao, Canelo versus Kirkland, Darrell versus Jack, and a few more. So whenever you see, whenever you hear me say we're going to be providing full coverage, that means I'm going to be doing my individual videos as well as videos from the actual event with the fighters, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play something for you. And this is courtesy. The video is right here on my channel. And also, please subscribe to Be Real TV. The link is right in the description box. I'm going to play this for you. And we're going to talk about this to close out the video. Normally, my weigh-in videos are a little short. But since I didn't get a chance to do my fight week predictions, we're going to use this video. This is right here. The full video will be on the channel for you to see for yourself. But let's listen. TstreeT Controversy. Take this time out to subscribe. TstreeT Controversy Live.
How crazy was that buzzer beater?
Advertisement.
Buzzards aren't even native to North
Let's mute that for now.
Science, yeah.
What? No, the basketball tourney. I know.
Well,
names, but
on my channel, and on Be Real TV, we have an exclusive interview. Hold on 1 minute. With Eddie Hearn. And here we go. And in the interview, we hear Eddie Hearn talking about who, well, we're going to listen. Just listen. TstreeT Controversy, TstreeT Controversy Live. What is going on?
Well, there's been some talks, and they tell me that the fight will happen, but he hasn't got a fight for May, June. Fight Kell Brook. It's the biggest fight out there for him financially. There's a world title attached. I know Amir wants to fight Floyd or Manny, but imagine Amir Khan with a world title. He would be unavoidable for those fighters. And now he can fight Kell Brook for a world title. The fact is, he doesn't want the fight. I don't know the reason you have to interview him, but I don't understand why. If you believe you can win, and there's all that money to be made, and there's a massive fight for Britain, why wouldn't you just take the fight? So, I think they're talking about him fighting Algieri now in May. I mean, that's a big letdown, so.
You're Eddie Hearn. He's the promoter of Kell Brook. Now, you would think that he would be in the know, because he's been lobbying for his fighter Kell Brook to defend his title. Now, he has the belt. After Amir Khan told him to get a title, Amir Khan still does not want to fight him. Yet, you hear Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Kell Brook, saying, well, I'm hearing Amir Khan versus Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri, what is he? 20-1 with 8 KOs, another softer punching fighter. And now people are going to say, well, why is Khan picking Chris Algieri, and how is he going to sell that fight? Because if Khan does fight Chris Algieri and not Kell Brook in the summer, and it's crazy because Kell Brook's fighting right now in March, and they're thinking so lowly, right now, basically, that they're saying after JoJo Dan, they can be ready in May or June. And it's crazy because it's a couple months away. But he's right. Amir Khan does not want the fight. Now, Eddie Hearn is being told, and him and Al Heyman are very good friends, thank you, Al Heyman, is being told that the fight will happen. But yet, at the same time, it's like, when? You're going to fight Carlos Molina, Luis Collazo, Devin Alexander, and Chris Algieri? And I understand, and fans know, and it's not just me saying it, is that he's trying to save himself for Mayweather or Pacquiao. He's trying to save himself. Now, what it is here's the thing. He can start some shit if he wants by saying, well, WBC, now that Mayweather's Pacquiao's over, I'm the WBC 147-pound silver, so it ain't doing force me fighting for that WBC belt. I understand that he's in line, but at the same time, it does not make sense to me when you got Kell Brook who wants to fight you, who's the champion. You told him to get a belt, and now you don't want to fight him, when getting a belt will increase your chances, as Eddie Hearn said, and also make a mega undisputed bout, a mega super undisputed bout between Amir Khan, if he beats Kell Brook, or Kell Brook versus the winner of Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So it makes me think, like, what is he doing? Now, as far as Adrian Broner is concerned, Adrian Broner is coming back in June in Cincinnati on NBC Sports. So I asked myself, is Amir Khan going to Cincinnati? And also, come on, Amir Khan's fighting at 140. We know he has some trouble making the 140 pounds. But Don't get caught up in the bullshit American is talking. And the thing is, here's the thing. I'm just a guy from YouTube. So therefore, I can't say some shit, to American as far as, listen, don't you know why people don't like you? Don't you know? Like, don't you see why people are like, why you can't get the people on your side? And I'm talking about, yes, he has his own people, but I'm talking about the way he wants. It's because, for one, it's like you talk too much in the media. And also, you've been talking a lot of bullshit, like really, because think about it. American versus Adrian Broner. Do you think that Al Heyman would allow that? Come on, let's be perfectly honest with you. It's a shame because he needs to fight Kell Brook. Just fight Kell Brook, get the belt. If you're so good, fight Kell Brook, get the belt, get him out of the way. Silence the critics, silence the doubters, and then you have the ultimate chance as a WBC silver and the IBF champion to get the winner of Mayweather Pacquiao, and no one will stand in the way. But will he do it? No. So let's see how this Amir Khan versus Chris Algieri thing works out. My understanding is Chris Algieri is still in the cage. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of the cage with an Amir Khan. Amir Khan is faster. Amir Khan throws more punches. But we'll leave that at that. I am TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And now we're covering all the fights at the events live. Shout out to my homie She's out there at Brook versus JoJo Dan. He's providing us with all this exclusive footage. I'm going to put his Twitter handle right down below. Also, make sure you visit realcombatmedia.com and Be Real TV, where right now we're making some waves and making sure we provide to you extensive coverage of major fights. You got to crawl before you walk. TstreeT Controversy Live. Oh, once again in the video, 146 and a quarter for JoJo Dan. He's 33. No, what is he? I forgot his record already. What is he? 34 and 2 with 18 KOs, and he 146 and a quarter. And Kell Brook 145.6. He is 33 and 0 with 22 KOs. The IBF 147-pound champion. TstreeT Controversy Live.